You ever look at those planes up there? They have contrails behind them. Maybe all those planes with the contrails, maybe they're actually spraying chemicals into the atmosphere right now, and Uncle Sam isn't telling us.
Seems extremely unlikely.
That the United States is not telling something to its citizens? That seems extremely likely to me.
There's a rumor, I don't know if this is true or not, that some scientists are trying to figure out a way to block the sun to try to slow down global warming.
Yeah, it's a measure of the feeling of desperation that some of them feel.
Are they really thinking they could do that?
Well, some of them are seriously proposing.
Could actually spray sulfuric acid in the stratosphere 20 kilometers over our head and use that to stop the planet warming up in a kind of ugly tech fix.
You could spray something into the atmosphere to change.
Spray pollution into the atmosphere to stop it warming.
Is there any possible way this could come back to bite us in the ass?
The technology's potential to alter weather patterns and benefit certain regions of the world at the expense of other regions could trigger sharp opposition by some nations.
A wild accusation from Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. He says Western countries are causing drought in certain parts of the world, including Iran. He says they're using high-tech equipment to drain raindrops from clouds. Yes, that is what he said. He basically says European countries are stealing rain from Iran for their own use.
20 years ago, I wasn't noticing these patterns in the sky, and they certainly weren't there at all when I was going through school or in the Boy Scouts getting the Weather Merit Badge. I didn't notice these patterns.
Geoengineers propose spraying tens of millions of tons of reflective particles into the atmosphere in an attempt to reflect sunlight back into space and thereby reduce global warming.
The first time that I started noticing the trails, I want to say it was like 2013 or 2012.
Then I started seeing things in the sky that was not supposed to be there. What caused those things was the planes that was flying over, and they were polluting the sky.
March 14th, 2014, in Eureka, California, I was driving in the vehicle with my two kids, and we were watching this chemtrail for, I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes it had been going. I noticed that there was this large flash that lit up the entire sky, similar to what lightning would do. It's like, this is the sun, right? And so we're driving towards the sunset, and all of a sudden it was like the drone was coming this way, and it came over, and about there, that's when we saw the light, and then it went straight down from that angle.
And when you disrupt that, when you keep putting these clouds in between the Earth and the Moon, you're going to disrupt the whole world. You're going to disrupt man. You're going to disrupt all these animals. That's why it's not good to change the weather.
Good evening. 2 people are confirmed dead following an unprecedented outbreak of thunderstorm asthma.
Thousands affected during an outbreak of thunderstorm asthma last night.
It's just like being strangled slowly to death.
But when a geoengineering program is causing millions of prematures' death a year, you must do more than pass the buck back and forth between other 3-letter agencies. Do your job. History will judge you on your actions or inaction.
But as I became more aware of technologies, the potentials to manipulate the weather, I looked at these clouds, at these patterns with different eyes, with a different understanding. And what I've learned is that these chemtrails help the technology align these patterns, align these vibrational structures which direct our weather today.
The people need to quit using the chemicals, in the sky. When you wake up in the morning time, when are you gonna wake up one morning and you can't breathe, then what are you gonna do? If we don't have clean air, then we're just gonna die.